like ooh la la, ooh la la. It's not hard to say how I feel. It's like ooh la la, ooh la la. It's kinda easy now 'cause it's real. Hey. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Well, hi everybody. How are you tonight? Gosh, it's good to see you guys. Why is this funny weird shape? Why is that being a funny weird shape? Oh well. There we go. Good to see you guys. Have fun at your fire pit party, Susan. Okay, fire pit? That sounds like just too much. A great theme for a party, I think. Really good theme for a party. We have some friends here tonight. Linda is here. Thank you, Linda, for showing up, chatting with everybody, encouraging everybody to hit that like button and thumbs up and all that stuff, but also just keeping the conversation going until I get here and in between too. Thank you. And Tamara's here. How are you today, Tamara? Let's see. We are heading to winter or to fall. Are you heading a little bit towards spring? Our summer has really shortened up this year. It's just not, it's kind of like, we had some warm days earlier this week, but boy, it's just not. Yesterday, Bob said, look out across the way. And it was like, there was this bank of clouds covering the Olympic Mountains and coming at it. And it was like announcing that the weather is changing. Hello. Yay. Tamara's here. Susan. Lupe. Oh, Lupe. I'm so glad you're here. Nice to have you here. And all that. And Lala is here. Lala was doing Lala was on earlier live. She was doing somebody that watches her channel. Kendra, I think was her name, does this card challenge. Okay. You guys know me. It's the perfectly imperfect with me. The bigger the mess, the better. The more imperfect things are, it's the way I have to go. Otherwise, I would get kind of crazy. She was doing those cricket cuts and stuff like that and making... And Lala, you were so good at it, but I tell you, it made my brain hurt. I was like, no, don't make me do this. Seriously, you guys were having it just goes to show that there is so much everybody likes different kind of things. And that it was like being tortured in geometry class all over again. But the things you make with them are absolutely crazy, beautiful. But it's either whack it with my crazy scissors or my I can be precise if I'm making mats, yes. And if I'm doing photographs, they have to be precise and stuff like. But other than that, I'm kind of gonna want to tear the paper. But it was so funny. It was so good. It was so good how she showed how to use this thing, and yeah. But it's still you're so amazing. And August will have chill, but the Indian summer will come. Yeah. We are thinking about heading to Vancouver Island in September and taking the ferry out of Port Angeles that goes right from Port Angeles to Victoria. And then British Columbia is really amazing about having guides for driving tours. And Bob and I both grew up going to Vancouver Island as kids to different parts of the island, but I went every summer and I know it. And I went through the Canadian San Juans by boat a lot with my parents. So I know it really well that way. Um, and then I've been watching this a YouTube channel on called Hornby Arts. Guys, if you find it, Hornby Arts, about the artist community on Hornby Island and these people that have, I mean, started moving there in the 60s, and it was truly the hippie place to be. And you could build out of driftwood, you could build your house. And the houses of Hornby Island are kind of famous now because there's like everything from hobbit houses to underground to really fancy kind of stuff. But they're all, and the community builds things together. It's pretty amazing. But I've been watching that, and it kind of made me want to, because when I went to Hornby Island, I was probably in the 60s when I was young, and my parents had gone back, so I haven't been there since it's been, that. But we also want to go up to Port Hardy and Point Roberts and Port Robert and go up perhaps to the Rubbing Beach, but it's not the right time of year for the Rubbing Beach and the whales. But I want to get up there and go see. It would be a good time at Campbell River and Quadra to see the bears and some whales passing through there right now. The bears would be, because the fish are running, and so it might. It'd be fun. So we're thinking about doing that. Second Cita, Tamara, Lala's channel. Yes, I got it. Cricket weeding is the worst. I got it. Cricket weeding is the worst. Tech troublemaker. Hi, Roy. Okay, you guys. Roy, Linda, if you can find Roy's channel, Tech Troublemaker, and post a link in the chat, I would appreciate it. I am going to be on Roy's show on Tuesday evening at 6 Pacific time. So, if Tech Troublemaker, if you could do that, that would be awesome. If you can find it, Linda, I'd appreciate it. And hi, who else is blushing? She says blushing. We definitely check that out when we get to visit somewhere there. Yeah, salmon. Yes, the salmon will be, well, the salmon are running at Brooks Falls like crazy, and they're all through the island and everything. This Canadian San Juans have a lot of islands, and I didn't go to the west coast of Vancouver Island so much. I spent more on the east coast and in the inland waterway in there, and in the Queen Charlotte Sounds and up that area where Haida Gwaii is now. The west coast of Vancouver Island is it's raw. It's beautiful. There's some places out there. I think, what is it? I can't remember the name. There's a town out there that starts with a T. I can't remember, but has a great artist community too. But you're right. You're right out there on the Pacific Ocean. There's the Pacific Ocean, the west coast of Vancouver Island, and then next stop, Japan. I mean, there's nothing in between, and it gets some beautiful weather, and so that would be a fun place to go photograph. I have a coffee table book, a small one of my abstracts, and I have a book. Lala asked if I had a coffee table book. I have a book of my abstracts called A Different Vision, and then I have a book called The Bears of Katmai, A Day in the Life, and that is more of a, well, it shows, it's all photographs of Alaska brown bears, my trip up there when I walked with the bears for 3 days down the rivers while they were playing and they were eating and stuff, and got some great photographs. And I did it like a day in the life. Like, my grandkids couldn't quite understand how I had been there and what it did, so I made it kind of like a picture book. And I'll have to read it to you guys. I think sometimes. Just walked in the door. Larry's here. Yay. And here. Royce Chow. Thank you, Linda. Oh, she's the best. Yay. There. Yeah. So Tuesday night, gonna be there. Tamsart, Roy Tamra is in Australia, and she is an amazing artist. And so she's getting gonna head to spring while the rest of us are gonna get cold up here. I'm just gonna check again real quick to see if anybody sent in any art that I can see. I didn't see anybody. What? Who's talking to me? I think Siri just thought I'd talk to her. I hate that when that happens. That's so crazy. Okay, run it quick. Nope, no live art. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to put up. Oh, I have to show you in my show and tell, since I lead by example. I'm gonna show my show and tell. All right, we'll do this. I used to, and I'm not going to go too long tonight because I know probably people want to watch the roundup of the Olympics and all that kind of stuff. And there's going to be some crazy antics by different people. America's Cup, yes, yeah. Nope. Story and art days have not changed. Thursday and Sunday, still Thursday and Sunday, Tamara. And Sunday night is this Sunday? This is Sunday, is when I share the art. But okay, sorry if I'm a bit scrambled, you guys. I got most of the shed done. I mean, it's all done, all construction done. I'm trying to fill it with stuff. And today we went to IKEA. Oh my gosh! Fortunately, we were there when the doors opened at 9:30. We're still there to have lunch. Picked up a few things. I had to find really kind of things that fit small, like really narrow things for a bookcase and kind of stuff. Ended up adapting a bathroom cabinet for a narrow enough bookcase because, yeah, that's how I do. So it's been a trip to IKEA today, which if anybody has an IKEA near them, which ours is only an hour away, it is, and when we were leaving, it was like everybody had left church and after church and gone to IKEA. The parking lot is like 5 acres and it was packed. It was crazy. It was crazy. It's just the voice in my head. No worries. Yay. Thank you. Thank you, Roy. That makes me feel better. Yay. Okay. IKEA is your playground. No, I didn't have the meatballs. I had the tomato soup and a Caesar salad. Bob had some kind of something or other. I don't know. But we go for the lingonberry juice is really what we go for, The Norwegian in me likes the lingonberry juice. So, all right. Well, I am going to at least show you what I did. So here is time for... Okay, so the only thing I did this week for art was I was doodling because I had, I was waiting for, had craziness happen with package deliveries too of things. So this is, I started it as a Zentangle and I've been practicing this particular different kind of Zentangles and did some in pen first and whatnot. And some neurographic. And then the next day I decided to play with watercolors and see how that worked on this. So that's what I came up with this one. I keep trying to vary it a little bit, the dandelions, to try just, it's kind of soothing. It really is kind of soothing to doodle it out and to, do the Zentangles and to try to come up with new things and get your creativity going. And then the next day to just play with watercolor and see where bleeds. Sometimes it bleeds a little too far. And then the next one is this one. And this was the other one I doodled one night. I got the mushroom and some flowers, another scent, because this is what I do when I goof up on something. I just go, okay, I'm just going to make threads and then fill them in. And then this was, again, wanted to play with background colors, see what I could do with washes and stuff. Just playing. And this is me just playing. And, you know, it's still hard to believe that when I started doing live streams, I had never even owned a sketchbook. And just you guys have really made it a safe place to even show stuff like this, even though it's goofy and crazy. And we have somebody like Tamara who shows her things, and Lupe. Yeah. That's a sign of true bravery. If Tamara and Lupe are both showing their stuff, or if Fatima's showing her stuff, and Linda's showing her stuff, if everybody's showing their stuff, and get Larry, and Larry starts showing, and then I can show mine, I figure I get bravery points that night. So that's my stuff for today. Yay! Okay. Cut myself out. I got to figure out how to make that extra one disappear. I have it in show in all scenes, Roy and Lala, if you know this. And I only want it to come on certain ones. And I don't know, maybe I just need to duplicate it for the scenes instead and take it out of show in all scenes. We'll chat, figure it out. All right, tonight I have some books, and let's see if I have the screen share up. Screen share book. Okay, let's go up here, see if I can get a screen share of the author. Tonight I have, this is the author. I have 2 books. Is that showing? Yay. Yay. All right. Oops. What happened? What happened? What'd I do? Oops. Come back up. There it is. Sorry. Playing around. So this is the author of this book, David Roberts. He's a 2-time Governor General's Literary Award winner and has done the TD Canadian Children's Literature Award and the Writers' Union of Canada Freedom to Read Award. He's received several other accolades for his work for a writer for children and adults, a podcaster, public speaker, and social advocate. He was honored with a Doctorate of Letters by the University of Manitoba in 2023 for outstanding contributions to the arts and distinguished achievements. He's a member of the Norway House Cree Nation and lives in Winnipeg. So this is a First Nations story based on a Cree legend. And he's not only done but these are all the other books he's done. And he's only done a couple of picture books. The rest of these a lot of them are graphic novels. Like, if this shows up, yeah. Some of them are graphic novels. Some of them are children's literature, are chapter books. But it's pretty amazing. So... And then this is the artist. And she didn't have a webpage. She's a young artist, and she had an Instagram, which, that's what the young artists would have oftentimes. And she says she is an art director, indie game maker, comic artist, Ojibwe Irish abomination from unceded Coast Salish territory. What else does she say? And that's her thing. But she had a lot of really interesting art. And to have been chosen to do the artwork, it fits really well with the type of the story it is. She's done some of the other ones, it looks like, for him, too, because this one right here of the hockey player that has the Native American First Nation art behind it, that's another one of David Robertson's books. But so real interesting artist. If you see this, draw your outfit right now. Oh, wow. I like that. I like that. So what we've got from her is up here, if I can find where I put my, there. Here it is, the book. This is the book that I'm going to read, called The Song That Called Home. This is the first one. It has a little bit of a challenge, a couple places on pronunciation on things. I will give it my best shot, like always. What I have found in reading and these, if you and Bob, it backs me on this. He studied a lot of First Nation and Northwest Coast Indian languages, and they're very different. They're very different. The Song That Called Them Home, David A. Robertson, illustrated by Maya McGibbon. Let's see what everybody else. Watch the Furniture Hacks by Billy Bookcases. Oh, Tamara sent in art. Okay. Oh, hang on. Well, let's go back. Let's just go back. Hang on. I'll tell you what. I'll do it in between stories. How's about that? I'll grab Tamara's art between stories. Yay. Thank you. The Song That Called Them Home. On a clear day in the middle of summer, Lauren and her brother James went on a trip to the land with their mosham. It was a long journey, and when they arrived, Mosham fell asleep. While Mosham dreamed his dreams, Lauren's stomach began to rumble. She imagined a big fish they could all share and took James into the canoe to catch their supper. But Lauren hadn't paddled a canoe herself before, so they drifted farther and farther from the shore. In the middle of the lake, James' fishing hook dove underneath the surface while Lauren stirred the water to attract fish. Around them, tiny circles got bigger and bigger. Suddenly, the circles rolled into waves that crashed against the canoe, rocking it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The children tumbled overboard, and the swirling water pulled them in. Lauren looked around for James, but didn't see him until he cried out. The The Memikwesaswak were taking him away across the lake and through a waterfall. Okay. Memikwesaswak were taking him away. Lauren chased after them. Behind the waterfall, she found a portal to another place. A place she could not see, a place that made her whole body tremble. But she knew James needed her, so she took a deep breath in, then let it out, and made herself calm. She squeezed between rocks, swam down in a long tunnel, and went where the water went. Right into the other side. Lauren followed the bends and curves of the watery pathway, searching for James. She swam past thick green forests, under vast blue skies. Then she came to an island where she saw figures moving in a round dance and a fire with flames reaching to the stars. And there was James, dancing his best, joined together with all the rest. Lauren tried to pull him away, but instead found herself linking hands with the Mimemquiswak. She began to move with the others right beside her little brother. They shuffled their feet, swung their arms, and danced along to the Mimemquiswak song. Way oh hey, way oh hey, way oh hey, hey, hey. What a bright, beautiful summer day. Way hey, way hey. We don't want you to ever go. Way oh, we want you to always stay. Way hey, what a beautiful place to call your home. Way oh, way oh, way oh, hey. Way oh, hey. Way oh, hey, hey, hey. And they danced faster and faster for minutes that turned into hours, that turned into days. They danced so long that Lauren forgot why she had come at all. But then they heard another song that sounded like distant thunder. Dum dum, dum dum, dum dum, dum dum, dum dum. Lauren stopped dancing to listen, and so too did James. The children could feel the drum in their chests, just like the beat of their hearts. The Mememkosak let go of their hands and plunged into the water from the land. Dum dum, dum dum, dum dum, dum dum. Lauren and James danced once more toward the song, moving their feet to its familiar rhythm. Dum dum. They danced past green forests, under vast blue skies. Dum dum, dum dum. Up they climbed toward the portal, then in. Thump, thump. Thump, thump. They squeezed between rocks, swam down a long dark tunnel, and went where the water went. Thump, 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 thump. Right into the other side. Lauren and James swam to Mosham, who was waiting at the shore, singing and playing his drum, hoping that his grandchildren would one day come. That night they danced around a fire to the song that had called them home. Way oh hey, hey, way oh hey, hey. Come back, the sun is falling, the soft white light will help you see. Come back, the moon is calling, how beautiful the night can be. Way oh hey, hey, way oh hey, hey. Come back, you've been gone so long. What places have you found to roam? Come back, hear my welcome song. My beating drum will guide you home. The author's note about the Mememquisaq, if I got it right. Indigenous communities across Turtle Island have stories of the Memegwesiwak. Memegwesiwak, or little people. They are one of two humanoid races on Mother Earth, the other being humans like you and me. Memegwesiwak live between rocks, in the rapids, amid the trees of the land that provide us with life. They are mischievous. It is said that one of their favorite things to do is to crawl out of the rocks and capsize canoes. Children are far more likely to see them. Memekweswak have a soft spot for children and will help when they are in trouble or sad. One day when my father was a boy living on the trap line, he saw a small canoe occupied by Mememkweswak. The canoe moved across the water toward a waterfall. It didn't stop. It went through the waterfall and then suddenly disappeared. I've heard stories of elders who leave miniature clothing out on their porch at night for the Mememkwasak, and in the morning discover the clothing is gone. If you're ever out on the land, keep your eyes open because you may just see the Mememkwasak. Oh. For the kids, never stop dancing and watch for our little friends. I love that the illustrator, who is not only Ojibwe, but she's Irish. So the little people, thanks to the friends. Yes, figured out where to be. That is the song that called them home. Yay. What did you think of that one? Okay. I'm going to check for Tam's art. All right, so we're going to go on preview mode here for just a sec, you guys, where you can still talk to me and I can still see you, but I can go grab Tamara's page I have here. I have her scene. So what I'm doing in the back here, I would show you, but I can't. I don't want to. There we go. Here we go. Tamara's scene is right there. And here I need to get rid of this one, this. There, this and that. And she's sent some stuff in by email. She said, bing, bing. Pull up my email. And here it is. I see. Okay. There we go. Okay, there's 1, 2. Okay, got him. 2 pieces. Oh, and Lupe has some too. Hang on. I'm going to get Lupe's. Hang on. Oh, goody. Lupe. There's Lupe's page. Put it up here. Okay, there, right there. And then, so in the background, what I'm doing while you guys are chatting between yourselves, I have a scene made for each of you guys that always send in stuff. And then what I'm doing here is in the background, I am pulling out the art that you sent. So you can't see me do this because I'm in what's called preview mode. So it's like cheating, but so it's going on in the background. So I don't make it too goofy. There's Tamara's, that one, and this one. So Tamara, I don't have the email open again yet. I don't know what these are what you're doing right now. Hang on, let me pull that back up. And she says, work still in progress, liminal space, she says. Okay, we got it. Now we're going back to live mode. Publish this. Yes. Okay. Here is Tamara's page and the art that she has. So if Roy and Lala are still here, you are going to see, yes. Oh, these are works. So Tamara usually works in collage and then has background art that she'll add to things. These are gorgeous. I love this. I just love the subtlety of it. Still that goddess theme that you've been working on, which is so wonderful. But this one over here on the left, I love these little pieces that are the 3 little dots that are coming in, that you've got coming in to that, and then the one down below. And this one that's just the subtle silhouette, I like just as it is. I don't know what anybody else says. Oh, for art this week. Oh no, Larry, I'm sorry. Oh no. I could tie it to a button. Ah, I do have a Stream Deck. I could tie it to a button. Thanks, Tech. Thanks, Roy. I do. I could tie it to a button. Yeah. UV Glossy Road made by. Okay, so that is beautiful, Tamara. Thank you so much. So is Tamara telling us about what it is? I'm way back here. I'm way back on the comments. So, and then Lupe, she said she sent in a UV glowy rose made by melting plastic champagne cups during a live. It was fun. Started melting plastic and broken glass. I just started though. Oh my gosh. Man. I want to go back and see that. We'll have to go look up that because if you did that during a live. Oh, that's cool. Plastic champagne glasses, cups during a live, you melted the things that you come up with. That is just amazing. Yay. Yeah. All right. So let's go back here. Where am I? Here. Okay. I want to check all the comments, what everybody's saying. I found them. I sketched a layout for a new painting, so maybe next week I'll have something. Yay, Larry, that would be wonderful. Oh my goodness. A fire pit party. Susan's at a fire pit party. Art in the mail. Art in the mail. Work in progress. Still thinking about the aesthetics. That's cool. Very cool. Art is perfect for that book we do. It has not been glued. Okay. Oh man, I have to go back and watch you do that, Lupe. That's just something else. That is something else. Okay, so now, all right, the next book I'm going to read. I'll read one more. This is called The Candy Dish, and I picked this up on my sister's weekend. And I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, my mom had a candy dish, and we weren't supposed to get into it. And she very rarely filled it with anything, but around Christmas time, she would order from like the Vermont catalog or something from someplace back east, these raspberry kind of candies that had this squishy inside. They look like a raspberry. And she would fill the candy dish with it. And oh my gosh, I got really good at being able to pull the top of the candy dish up the glass dish and not make any noise and take one. And then it was always really hard to get it back on without it making noise. But I discovered that if I had a piece of wax paper or a napkin, I could set it down on that and then pull the napkin out. Yeah, I was a sneaky kid. Yes. So that was that. So this book kind of spoke to me. It's called The Candy Dish. Oops, let's bring the person up who it's about, who wrote it. Not that. Adriana Links. Adelina Lirius is the illustrator. Now, we have already read a book. I pulled those other books that I got with my sisters. What do you do with an idea? By Kobe Yamada. This is by Kobe Yamada too. But this is the illustrator. And let me pull up her Instagram page. She did that I Am Mozart too. She did A Secret Garden. Oh, I wonder. Oh, she did this one. Old Enough to Save the Planet. She's done a lot of children's books. Very distinctive style. Really distinctive style. Painting and drawing are what she likes to do. Beginning back, it says, Adelina Linnes is an illustrator and designer living in Stockholm. She's drawing. Drawing makes her happy, and fortunately, she gets to draw every day. Besides drawing, she likes to create miniature things out of paper and clay, visit the cinema, and bake cookies. And she loves animals, especially dogs. So, this is the book that I'm going to read called The Candy Dish by Kobe Yamada, illustrated by Adelina Lirius. It's got just a really beautiful, fanciful kind of very watercolor type. There once was a child who was like nothing the world had ever seen. So in this way, she was just like every other child. And one particularly memorable morning, she received an odd little object. It was simple, oval dish with a welcoming little handle that just dared her to open it. The girl lifted the lid and discovered it was a candy dish. She picked up the piece of candy and looked at it, sniffed it, touched it with the tip of her tongue, and then popped it in her mouth. It was the most marvelous thing she had ever tasted. It was like a summer day, playfully running through the sprinkler, laughing, laughing, laughing while drops of water tickled her face. She devoured it quickly and immediately wanted more. But when the girl went to lift the lid again, it wouldn't budge. She tried harder and harder still. She pulled on the handle with all her might, but it wouldn't move. She shook it. She twisted it. She tried prying it open. Still, nothing worked. She really wanted more. It was all she could think about. The girl couldn't see how lucky she was to have received the dish in the first place. Instead, she felt sorry for herself. Day turned to night, and the girl fell asleep. In the morning, she awoke, still thinking about how to get more candy. She knew she had tried everything she could think of, and yet maybe there was something else she could do. When she went to pick up the dish, much to her surprise, the lid lifted off easily. And inside was a spectacular new piece of candy. She immediately popped it into her mouth. It was unbelievable. A new flavor like nothing she had ever tasted before. It was like joyfully rolling down a grassy hill with the wind tousling her hair and the world spinning by. And just like that, the candy was gone. She had to have more. The girl reached for the lid to get another, but again, it wouldn't open. This is maddening. Why is this happening? She complained. The girl was even willing to break the dish to get it open. She picked up a rock and slammed it down, but it bounced off and rolled away. She was so upset that she hardly noticed or appreciated what she had been given. She could only think about what she didn't have. Once again, the day turned into night, and the girl finally fell asleep. She woke up feeling defeated, and just seeing the dish made her even more so. She couldn't stand to look at it any longer, so she decided to get rid of it. But when she went to toss it away, as if by magic, the lid came off easily, and once again there was a glorious new piece of candy. It was as if it was put there just for her. She picked it up and held it to the light. She noticed that simply by the way she looked at it, it seemed to sparkle and shine. She wondered if she had ever seen anything more beautiful. The girl placed the candy gently on her tongue and softly closed her eyes. Her lips curled up on the edges. The taste was indescribable. It was familiar yet brand new. It felt like a warm, loving hug, while at the same time she was filled with joy and excitement, much like setting off on a new adventure. This time, she wanted to make it last. She rolled it around in her mouth, delighting in the wonderful flavors and textures. She wanted to remember every bit of it. The girl wore a smile on her face, but also in her heart, grateful for this amazing gift. As she grew older, the girl came to discover that each and every morning, a new piece of candy somehow wonderfully appeared in her dish, and each one was completely and deliciously unique. She realized she didn't need more. If there were more, would she appreciate each one nearly as much? Would it be as special or taste as sweet? The girl thought to herself, each day is much like this. Each day is a gift, with a bit of magic. It is ours to enjoy, to taste, to experience. And because she didn't know how many candies were in that miraculous little dish, she savored each one as if it were her last. The candy dish. Let's see. Are you okay, Tamara? That's I hope you guys, I love that book. I'm just sitting. No, it's not a thing to ignore, Tamara. It is not a thing to ignore. Please don't. Yes. Well, that was an amazing book. Absolutely. That gift of everything each day being a gift. My friend Aubrey does a live every morning on her channel, and it's the morning motivational minute-ish, she calls it. And Aubrey had a traumatic brain injury about 8 years ago now, I think. And she starts each show with, feet hit the floor, you're alive. Now what? And I love it because it's so obs on what she does. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Tamara, you would make us all feel a whole lot better if you would put a call in to the local 911 emergency services. Just dial that number. Don't feel silly about doing it. You would do it if it was Aiden. You know that. And if we were there in the room, we would do it for you. I did it at the Gig Harbor Art Fair for a woman who was feeling nauseous and kind of things. And they came and they would much rather be called for this now than have to deal later. So call them, please. Yes, better safe than sorry. So just call them. That's what they do. That's their job. And they, you know, if it's nothing, it'll be fine. You can make them a batch of cookies and take it to them later. But now you'll make us all feel better if you will go do that. And so that was this story about cherishing each moment and each day and each friendship. And you guys are all great friends. And Tamara, you are an amazing person. And the bucket fillers are better with you here. So call, please. Thank you. Otherwise, Linda's going to get bossy. And, you know, we don't want that. All right, you guys. I am yes. Or gift them art. Yes. Oh, that would be good. Yes. Yes. Okay, you guys. I'm going to let you go enjoy the closing closing of the Olympics, and Tamara's going to make a call and take care of herself like she takes care of everybody else. And and then, you know, she's going to do that. And she can send us all a message to, you can either email me, Tamara, or you can, Linda's, and Linda will let everybody know too. All right. Okay, I'm going bye. Tamara, thank you. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here, Bucket Fillers. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed these two stories and the art. Thanks for Tamara for sending in art, and Lupe too. Larry, I look forward to what if you get anything done, and feel better. I mean, COVID, it hits everybody in so many different ways, knocks people, and then it can be so draining. I was supposed to go to Gospel Press Reunion this weekend in Yakima, and it wasn't the place I needed to be. It didn't feel right to go. I just didn't feel up to it, and yeah, it just wasn't there. I wasn't sick. I wasn't really sick. I was just tired, and I needed to get stuff that needed to be, here. So that's what I did, and it was a wise choice. We had some crazy things. FedEx delivered I was expecting a delivery yesterday, and it was a delivery of stuff that needs to be kept refrigerated once it's delivered. And FedEx left it outside the gate of our community on the ground, basically about 6 blocks from my house, is on 80th, and then there's a road that turns in. There's a gate to the community, and they decided that was the safe place to leave it, and it was taken. It wasn't up there when I went to go get it, and another neighbor found it on the mailboxes this morning. It had been opened and gone through, but they had decided it wasn't worth stealing, so they put it on the mailboxes. Yeah, not so good. So I was on the craziness with FedEx yesterday, rather ready to rampage, so I didn't get any sleep last night because I was so angry with them. But it all worked. It's all good. And now it's going to be good for the rest of the week. It's going to be a good week, you guys. Thanks for being here and filling my bucket, because you made my day just wonderful. And Tamara, take care. Everybody else, take care. And until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your mirror. And maybe I'll see you drop in to Tech Troublemakers show on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Myself and David Hunt are going to be his guests. I think David's going to play the piano. Woohoo! That'd be cool. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. No, Larry, it wasn't sent to the wrong address. It was
In the
laid
heat of the
in the
night,
ground.
we could get lost in all the lights and sound.
They took a picture of where they left it. And it was
Feeling alright.
left outside
We won't
the
go
gate.
home. We
In
will
the
just
dirt.
stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard. They're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards. I just need you by my side.
Nope, it wasn't even sent to an address. They literally
We
just
could be
laid it on the
shameless,
side of the road
famous, running
in the dirt
cool. With
next to
the
the
love that
post
leaves us
that
weightless.
where the gate slides back. And then on the other side of that is like basically behind the punch button
You
to
got me
dial
feeling starstruck.
our house to have us open the gate. We've done it before with other
We
things too.
could be
On
famous.
Saturday.
You blow my mind.
Had issues
Looking
out
like
there
a
in the key.
model.
FedEx.
Better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try. Not average or typical. I put you on a pedestal. There's not just stars on the boulevard. They're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards. I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool. With a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be shameless, famous, running cool. With a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh,
What was crazy was that there was a big label on it that said
wow.
refrigerate immediately upon delivery. And they left it at 12:46 in the afternoon on the side of the road. Not on the sidewalk,
We could be
behind a railroad cut is the edge of the road that comes into our community. Night, everybody.